Yahawashi is going to throw it down. Right? And it says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Right? The border, because anywhere Esau goes, that wickedness follows. That's why it's going to be known as what? The borders of wickedness. Anywhere he goes, he brings his nastiness with him, his homosexuality, okay, transgenderism, he brings that with him. Right? And the people against whom the Lord shall have indignation forever. See, Yahawashi, he has indignation for who? Edomites forever. Wrath. See, the good thing about Israel, that indignation, even with the 2/3, it's not forever. Right? He's merciful towards his people, but the thing about Esau, he ain't going to be shown any mercy. Right? Against the people of the Lord, whom the Lord has indignation forever. Right? So that indignation is going to be, yes, forever. A long time. And that's why Esau's what? Weeping. Okay? That's why Esau's feeling a particular way. Go to Romans 9 and straight to 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done it any good nor evil. Right? So it was set up that way, that the purpose of the Most High according to election, okay, might stand, not of works. So it's not according to works, it was just that it was according to prophecy. It was according to what? Predestination. But of him that calleth. So it's really down to those, it's really down to Yahawashi, who he called. It's down to predestination. If you were predestined to make it, you're going to make it. If you were predestined to be destroyed, you're going to be destroyed. Okay? And it says, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. And what does it mean, the elder shall serve the younger? Who came out first? Esau. So Esau, the so-called white people, were going to serve us in the kingdom. Right? Because Esau came out first. Jacob came out second. Right? So Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Indianos, so-called white people, they're going to be serving you after this what rulership is done. They're going to be serving you. They're going to be your slaves. You're going to be kings underneath Yahawashi. Right? And this is prophecy. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Indianos, okay, of native descent, you're going to have slaves. And some of you may say, well, I don't want that. Well, you're going to have slaves. You're going to have riches. You're going to have your own kingdom. You're going to have your own land. Okay, you're going to have your own children. They're not going to be corrupted in this defiled society. Right? You're going to have crowns. You're going to have different lands. All these things. Okay? And it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. So it says right here, who's Jacob? Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes chart, which you see here. So it says, Jacob have I loved. So Jacob is loved, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Indianos. But Esau is the so-called white people that call themselves European, right? Have I hated. So it says it right here, that the Lord Yahawashi, the power of heaven and earth, hates a particular nation and loves a particular nation. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? So can you say, oh, that's not right? No. It's just the way Yahawashi set it up. He set it up that he would what? Love one particular nation and hate another nation. And it says, Most High forbid, for he has said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. So the Lord can have mercy on whoever he wants to have mercy upon. I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So if the Lord has mercy upon you, you're going to be what? Be saved. It's not up to me. I'm just giving you these words. Whether you make it or not, that's down to Yahawashi. Right? I'm hoping to make it myself. Don't shoot the messenger. We're just bringing speaking out the words. Right? So then it is not of him that willeth, not of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. Right? For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, I have raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. Why? Because at the time of Egypt, Pharaoh had us in bondage. And he was what? Being hardened. But it's Yahawashi that hardened these minds, because he didn't want to let us go. So Yahawashi done that just so his name could be glorified. And what did Yahawashi do? He drowned him. Right? And he drowned what? The Egyptians in the Red Sea. Just so his power could be shown. Because that's how Yahawashi does things. Okay? That's how he shows his power. Okay? Through what? Deliverance. Through hard situations. Okay? And it says, therefore he have mercy on whom he have mercy, and whom he hardeneth, he hardeneth. So when people can't get what we're saying, it's because the Lord Yahawashi has hardened their minds. If you can receive it, that means Yahawashi has opened your minds. Right? And it's really an angel that activates your mind. Right? It's an angel that wakes you up. It's an angel that gives you that understanding. Right? And it's an angel that also blocks your mind. It tells you that in Isaiah 6 and 9. We can go into that. This is Isaiah 6, and we're going to go straight to 9. And he said, go and tell this people. Okay, so this was commanded by Isaiah, right, the prophet. Hear ye indeed, but understand not. So you got people that hear, but they're not understanding. And see indeed, but perceive not. So you got people, they see the sign, but they perceive not. Right? So it goes in one ear and it comes straight out the other. Okay? And it says, make the heart of this people fat. So fat means to block. So an angel has blocked, been commanded to block the minds of the people. Right? So if you're receiving this word, if you can receive it, it's an angel that's activated your mind, that's had you to wake up. And that's a blessing. Because not everybody can receive this word. So if you can receive this, you're blessed. Right? If you can't, okay. See your individual right there in that car, he said, shut up. That's because it wasn't forgiven for him to receive. Right? Let that be a curse to him. Right? And it says, make the heart of these people fat and make their ears heavy. So an angel was commanded to block the minds of those he doesn't want to get this truth. And shut their eyes lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts and convert and be healed. So Yahawashi, people ignorantly called Jesus, who was a dark-skinned man, commanded the angels to block their eyes and to block their minds. They should not hear. He doesn't want them to hear. And if they did understand, guess what? They'd be converted to this truth. Right? And be healed. So if you could hear, you'd be healed. But Yahawashi doesn't want to heal all of our people. Why? So we can be justified in destroying them. It might sound crazy, but that's how we can be justified. So what's the response to someone that doesn't really understand this truth? Their response is going to be anger, hate, and they're going to turn into a scoffer, and they're going to mock. Because people hate what they don't understand. That's why we get a lot of backlash. But so what if they didn't believe? So what? Right? That doesn't make the truth not the truth because you don't believe. Okay? And it says, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted, without inhabitant, and the houses be without man, and be utterly desolate. So the destruction is going to be, the people are going to be blinded until that destruction comes. So now the Lord Yahawashi can be justified in blinding these people until their missiles come through the atmosphere, right? And the Lord Yahawashi have removed men far away, and there'll be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. So we're not going to be out here for too long, right? You think I really want to be out here all this time? It's like we have to, because the scripture says, go out into the highways and byways and bid them to the marriage. So we're here to bid you to this marriage of the Lamb, of Yahawashi. And we are that bride unto Yahawashi. We're that bride, getting ready for that marriage, right? And the bride has to be what? Acceptable, pure, clean. So Yahawashi is making us clean and acceptable, right? Scriptures talk about those that are what? Were clothed in white garments. So when you have a bride, if you have a wedding, you want your bride to have nice, what, garments on. You don't want them to be all dirty. So that's why Yahawashi, he purifies us, right? So we're being purified before the Lamb, acceptable, right? You don't want a woman that's, you know, disgusting stains. You want a woman that's purified, clean. Not to say that we're perfect, but Yahawashi is making us what? Perfect, right? Acceptable. Okay? That's why we're going through what we're going through. Okay? And that's why Yahawashi got mad when we would go to these different idols. Because yeah, you can commit adultery in a physical sense, but you can also commit adultery, which is what? Idolism. So, as much as we talk about women, we were whores when we were what? Serving these other idols. Right? So we became spiritual adulterers when we started to what? Serve idols. Okay? We became whores. So Yahawashi is bringing us back and what? Purifying us through this word. Okay? Alright, let's go to Romans 10. Go to Romans, we start at Romans, says, brethren, my heart's desire. So this is Apostle Paul speaking. He said, his heart's desire, right? He's one, okay? Little Edomite sport brats, alright? So his heart's desire, okay? And prayer to the Most High for Israel that they might be saved. So, yeah, you may want that. I want that. I want all my people to get it, but it's not going to be that way. Only a remnant's going to get it, right? For I bear them record that they have a zeal. A zeal is a passion. Like when the movie awards or Oscars, what do they say, our people? I want to thank God. So our people have a zeal. Even those in the churches, they have a zeal. They have a passion for the Bible, but not according to knowledge. Not according to the true knowledge of the scriptures. They have a zeal, but it's not according to the knowledge of the scriptures. Okay? And it says, for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness. So our people are ignorant. And that word ignorant goes into idiotus. Idiotus. They don't want to know. Okay? And it says, going about to establish their own righteousness. So you tell our people, you can't eat pork. Our people will argue with you. Well, why can't you eat pork? Well, because the scripture says it's unlawful and it's unclean. And there's a reason why. Because porks are what? Are garbage disposals. That's what pigs were created to be, a garbage disposal for the land, to clean the land. Just like crabs, just like lobster. There's a reason why everything was set out. There's a reason why lobsters and crabs are in the sea, to clean the sea. See, everything has a reason. Okay? But if you're doing that, well, if it's your first time hearing, you just cut it out. Okay? Take your time. Just like with smoking. If you're smoking, it's a process. You just cut it out. Right? But our people have a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge. They establish their own righteousness. What they were taught in the churches. That's why most people that go to church, they don't really change. They go to church on Sunday, okay, clap, dance, it's all fat, theatrics, whatever you call it. Then what? for the rest of the week, what are they doing? Going back to their old ways, not really changing, right? It's truth, you're supposed to change. You're supposed to be new, renewed, and it's a process. So you're not just going to change overnight, but there has to be some type of change. The way you think, the way you perceive this world, the way you do things, right? And going about to establish their own righteousness. You're not supposed to establish your own righteousness. That's what pride, okay, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. So whatever the scripture says we got to do. And we're not keeping all the laws. The 613, you don't keep all of them, okay? But you keep the laws you can keep, you keep. If you can keep a beard on your face, keep a beard